Mike the Vegas Guy coming to you with another buffet review, and I'm taking you back to Main Street Station for their brunch buffet this time, and they are really leaning into the fact that they are home to downtown's only buffet. So it's the only place, if you're on Fremont, down on Main Street, you can get the only buffet. It's a good buffet, it's a value buffet. I've done a video here before, you've probably seen it on my channel where I reviewed their weekend prime rib dinner. They are only open for dinner on the weekends, so you can only get brunch most days of the week. They are open every single day for brunch from, I believe, 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. And they do offer lower prices. So the weekday that I paid $23.99 comes out to about $25 even after all the taxes and fees are included. I will say that the brunch offerings are very similar to the regular dinner offerings. This buffet has always been consistent with a lot of, comfort food, a lot of home cooking style kind of food. It's pretty straightforward, but they do offer, of course, breakfast items with their brunch. So this review is going to focus more on the differences between this two buffets. This is kind of a follow-up to my original review of this buffet. Of course, the ambiance here is great. I just love sitting in this room, this old train station. It is gorgeous. You can't beat this environment. Any buffet in town. I don't think anything is as gorgeous as this room. Let's start off. I always start off with the salad bar. It's not the greatest salad bar in the world, but it's pretty much the exact same selections you usually have. Over at the end here, it becomes breakfast. They have a toaster. They have bread items you can toast for yourself. And these are the other cold options. They did have smoked salmon there, I believe that was, and of course some cereal. And over here is fresh fruit, which I believe they also had at dinner time, but it seems a little more straightforward here. They have the pizza station, which is pretty much exactly the same with the Italian next to it, but that bleeds into some breakfast items. So right next to the pasta bar is pancakes and French toast with some corned beef hash and then syrup that you can put on it over there. And around the corner is the rest of the regular breakfast items: bacon, scrambled eggs, breakfast sausage. It was labeled Portuguese sausage, but it was, I believe it's linguiça, and some diced potatoes, and there's some crepes next to that as well. Here was my salad that I made, sitting down at the table. I also got a little bit of the kimchi. They actually had kimchi this time. You'll note that wasn't there in my original review. Moving on, this is their standard fare. They've got the fried chicken, the side dishes, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese. You gotta give them a little credit for this being very much more in the brunch category, mostly main course dinner type options. Here's the taco and nacho bar, and just what I showed you with the only breakfast options that they had. They didn't utilize the entire buffet. Where I'm reaching here normally would be, 3/4 of the way down, and it had this sign, the section is currently closed. That's usually the Pacific Island cuisine there, but they did still have some of the same items they would usually have in that section, just a smaller selection over here next to the carving station. So they still had the Kahlua pork and rice and other options for you. Let's take a look at my next plate. Again, sticking to my keto diet. I cheated a little bit here. Don't come at me. But I tried all the breakfast items, the bacon, the eggs. Everything was great. Here is their regular, again, this is their standard barbecue section. They had pulled pork and beans and buffalo wings. They had biscuits. I did not see country gravy for biscuits and gravy, but that's beside the point. And I took you over to the dessert section, which is the same as it always is, the same kind of slices of cakes and everything. And this was my last plate. I just stuck to breakfast food. I was here for breakfast, but very fine. This is not the most thrilling buffet in the world, but it's still a solid buffet at a good price. So obviously it doesn't differ too much from the dinner buffet. It is cheaper, there is less to choose from, but the options are still pretty rock solid. It's a good buffet, it's a clean buffet, the food is good. It is not gourmet, but it's comfort food, and that's what you should expect when you come to Main Street Station. Comfort all around. Thanks for watching, hit that subscribe button, thank you so much for liking this video, and be sure to watch my original Main Street Station buffet video if you have not already. Thank you so much, I'm Mike the Vegas Guy.